Hey everyone, I'm your comic man. Today we are gonna break down Loki's fourth episode, and I have to tell this guys that this episode was crazy, which I didn't expect it to be like this. It was with twists and turns, and it was awesome, guys. I don't know how many Lokis we'll get to see in this series. So now, without wasting any more time, let's just jump into it. So guys, first we get to see a small origin story of Lady Loki at Asgard, where Kid Lady Loki got arrested by Minutemen. And who do you expect at Minutemen, guys? It was Ravonna Renslayer, guys, who arrested Kid Lady Loki. Guys, Ravonna would have been promoted as this after her service as Minuteman. And then Kid Lady Loki also get through process of TVA, which we seen with Loki. Then Kid Lady Loki escapes from courtroom stealing Ravonna's tempad. And then we get to see Ravonna going in elevator. Then what? We get a very first look of Timekeepers, guys, which was awesome. And then Ravonna comes out of room of Timekeepers, and Mobius asks Ravonna about Hunter C20, but Ravonna says that she is dead. But it was suspicious to Mobius, which is obvious, guys, because Hunter C20 was fine when Mobius finds her. Then Lady Loki and Loki in Lamentus one discussing that the planet is gonna destroyed with them, and Lady Loki says her feeling and says that she was arrested by TVA when she was a kid, and how she escaped from TVA, and how she find out that a timeline will not be created if she live in an apocalypse. Then Lady Loki asks Loki that what makes Loki a Loki. Guys, this series is fully based on Loki, but Lady Loki don't know what makes Loki a Loki. But then our Loki says that Loki can lose, but Loki cannot die, which is correct and perfectly fitting on the end of this episode. Then Mobius finds a very different Nexus event happening in Lamentus 1. Then what? Minutemen arrest Loki and Lady Loki, and they both survive from the apocalypse. And then Mobius locks Loki into a time cell, which was from Loki's bad memories, where Lady Sif beats Loki for cutting her hair. And then Mobius asks for the permission to interrogate Lady Loki, but Ravonna denies to give permission and not lets anyone to talk with Lady Loki. And then Mobius talks with Hunter B15 and mentions that they have dealt with Kree, Titans and vampires. We are familiar with Kree and Titans, guys, but we didn't see vampires in MCU still now. But now Marvel has gave a small reference to vampires now, and Blade movie is coming soon, guys, who deals with vampires. It is awesome, guys. And then Mobius interrogates Loki that how a Nexus event happened in Lamentus 1. Because in Apocalypse a Nexus event can't be created, guys, but how it created in Lamentus 1. It shocked Mobius, guys. Then Mobius figures out that two variants of same person connected with each other. That's why it would have been happened. Then Loki tells a fake story to Mobius about how Lady Loki came to her long ago, then Loki planned all this. But although it was a fake story, then Loki tries to explain to Mobius that he is also a variant and TVA is fake. But Mobius denies it, and Mobius says that Lady Loki has been killed. And Loki gets emotional, guys. But then Mobius tells the truth that Lady Loki is alive. Then Mobius again puts Loki into the time cell and closes the case. Then Hunter B15 takes Lady Loki to 2077 timeline and asks what she shown her when she took control of her mind, and Lady Loki shows Hunter B15 her past life, her life before she worked in TVA. And here in TVA, Mobius shows us some detective skills after Loki told about TVA. And then Mobius talks with Ravonna about Lady Loki and about Hunter C20's death. But this time Ravonna tells another story about Hunter C20's death. Then Mobius steals the tempad of Ravonna and sees the interrogation of Hunter C20, where she tells about her past life before TVA. After that, Mobius goes to Loki and takes him out of time cell. But then Ravonna and Minutemen comes there. Then Ravonna pruned Mobius without any hesitation. Guys, I think it was one of the saddest scenes of MCU because I too got emotional, guys. I think Loki is suffering from a very bad situation, guys. And then Ravonna takes Loki and Lady Loki in front of Timekeepers. Guys, here I felt that Marvel didn't done a good CGI on Timekeepers. But at the end of the episode, I was satisfied because of the reason why they looked very bad. Then Hunter B-15 comes there and gives the sword to Lady Loki. And then Loki and Lady Loki fights with the gods of timekeepers. And Lady Loki makes Ravonna unconscious. Then she threw the sword on one of the timekeepers and cuts off the head of timekeepers. But then Loki and Lady Loki get to know that they are androids. And here comes the questions that who made TVA and who is behind all these guys. And then Loki gets proven by Ravonna. After that, Lady Loki beats up Ravonna and threatens Ravonna to tell the truth about TVA and timekeepers. So guys, it is the end of the episode. Guys, no, wait. There is a post-credit scene. Yes, you heard correct, guys. A post-credit scene. Guys, Loki wakes up in a fully destroyed New York and hears a voice that not yet. And then we get to see old Loki, kid Loki, black Loki with different type of Mjolnir. Yes, you heard correct, guys. Loki with Mjolnir. I will give some story of comics where Loki wields the Mjolnir. At that storyline, Thor is not worthy, but Loki was. And then we see a crocodile Loki. Yes, guys, a crocodile Loki. So this was the post-credit scene, guys. So now we got to know that who got proven from TVA wasn't died. They all get to a destroyed timeline, guys. So guys, this was my Loki episode 4 breakdown video. Hope you guys understand episode 4 through my video. Guys, subscribe to my channel and don't forget to click the bell icon. And like, share and comment, guys. Follow my Instagram channel ComicManYT for daily updates. Till then, do what you want to do.